What's up, everybody? Who's ready to get a little bit better? If so, you should comment, yes! You should say it out loud like that just for fun because it might wake you up. Woo! Here we go. So let's have a conversation here. Let's get a little bit better. And let's talk about something that if you are a business owner, in fact, if you're a business owner, I don't know that I've ever done this actually on one of my videos. I would love for you to drop what you do. You got a link for your business? Drop it in the comments right now. Little networking opportunity for you. What do? You can just drop, hey, this is what I do. Make it sound good, okay? Make it sound good and convincing. What do you do? So if you're a business owner, here's a question all of you are asking. I am asking. Everybody's asking it. How do I make myself stand out in the marketplace? Like, Mark, there's like a bazillion people. There's a bunch of people doing what I do. And like my industry seems saturated and like there's a bazillion coaches or there's people doing this, there's people doing that. Like, how do I rise above? How do I set myself apart? How do I stand out in the marketplace? Would you like to know the answer? I mean, there's a bazillion answers to this, right? I think I've used the word bazillion twice in this video now. That's a new record. There's a lot of answers to that, right? I mean, how do you make yourself stand out? Well, you got to have great marketing. You got to have branding. Like, you got to have your brand on point. Maybe you stand out by, you need to have a polarizing voice, man. You need to speak up for what you want to speak up and have an opinion, or maybe you just need to cuss a whole bunch because, people like that thing now. How do you make yourself stand out? There's a lot of ways. Maybe you just need to be the best of the best of the best, like the best of what you do. You need to have the best product, the best service. I mean, all those things, yes. Well, I mean, maybe except you don't really have to cuss a whole lot. I mean, you can if you want to, nothing against you. Those things, most of those things can be pretty good. Like even having a polarizing voice, that can be pretty good, but I have a different answer. And if you're watching these videos with me, I think many of you are going to resonate with this answer. And I wanted to say this and then get very practical with it. How can you stand out? Genuinely care about people. Oh, like what if you the person that they know you care? They know your company cares. They know that like you're going to go out of your way to create success, to create a great experience, to increase the quality of life of the people that you serve. What if you genuinely cared about people? Now, I know that sounds a little ooey gooey, a little warm fuzzy for business, but I'm telling you, caring about people, everybody wants to be cared about. Everybody, this is what I talk about in my membership community all the time. We want to be known, seen, heard, valued. We want to be celebrated and challenged to give our greatness to the world. And what does all that? That makes people feel seen, right? Makes them feel cared about. I'm reading a new book. It's literally called Seen, and it's actually all about anxiety and depression and suicide and the pandemic of that in young people, in teens and adolescents. And largely it's been written during the global pandemic with COVID-19 and all those things. And the stats in this book are sobering. But the solution that is offered is not the right medication or the right therapy, not against those things at all, to be clear. But the solution that they offer is in the title: make people feel seen. The power of human connection has never in the history of our world been more important than it is today. And so, how do you create that connection? How do you make people feel seen? Well, it's got to start here. It's got to start in the heart. Like, you have to genuinely care about people. Do you? I mean, it's easy to say, well, of course I care, but I love people. But do you? And even before I get to some practical points here, maybe a little heart check moment right now. I heard somebody talking about this recently, and they were talking about the fact that when we start to feel like sales is difficult or sales is drudgery, we've gotten into the place more of needing to sell rather than needing to add value to people. See, when we're focused on adding value to people, that tends to come from the heart. When we're focused on selling, we get up in our head. And if you're in your head, as Tony Robbins says, you're dead. So let's not get there. Let's get back into our heart. Like when we live and function in the business, in our family, in our friendships, when we flow from our heart and we function from our heart, listen, good things happen. People feel seen, they feel valued, valuable connections are made, business happens, people make more money, more impact. Good things happen when we show up and genuinely care about people. So, that's nice to say and all, but how do you do that in the marketplace? Yeah, make myself stand out by caring, but that's kind of out there. How do I get that practical? So I got 4 points for you. Might give you a bonus even. But point number 1, you want to know how you can demonstrate that you genuinely care? Number 1, show up. Show up for people when they need you the most. Not when your contract says you have to. Not when you are obligated to, because that's what you should do in this business relationship, but show up when they need you. I don't care what business you are in. When you care about your people and you show up and they have a loved one in the hospital and you send a meal to their home. When maybe they lose a family member, and a lot of that has been happening, a lot of loss, and you send a sympathy card. When you show up when people need you, and maybe they had a financial setback, maybe they were betrayed by a business partner and you found out about it, instead of talking behind the back, what if you reach out and just say, hey, I'm thinking of you? What if you just showed up at the office with a cup of coffee when you know they've been going on a long, hard week, grinding and pushing hard for some deadline or some product launch, whatever it might be, and you show up and say, hey, I was just thinking of you. I know it's been a tough week. I just want you to know you're not alone. Show up! When you show up, people know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you care. Because your actions, I don't know, anybody ever heard this one? Your actions speak louder than your words. So, number 1, show up. Number 2, this is new. I've never talked about this before. Celebrate! You got to celebrate people with, here's the key for me anyways, with genuine enthusiasm. Don't just give lip service. Don't just be like, hey, high five. Celebrate with genuine enthusiasm. And again, that doesn't mean you have to be loud and obnoxious like myself when I celebrate. I had a friend today, got a new contract, big deal, big contract. And when I found out, what did I do? Woo! Come on. I celebrated with genuine enthusiasm. Now, some people, when they hear my genuine enthusiasm and they don't know me that well, they don't think it's genuine. But if you hang out with me long enough, this is real, okay? I love it when people win. I love it when you win. If you message me and you tell me you got to win, I am going to celebrate you with genuine enthusiasm. You want to know make people know that you care. Celebrate. Celebrate birthdays, celebrate anniversaries, celebrate milestones in their company, milestones of them being a client. Celebrate when they have a baby, celebrate when their kid graduates, celebrate when they graduate, celebrate when they hit new revenue milestones or they got a big contract. Celebrate people, because when you celebrate people, you let them know that you care about what's going on in their world. They want to know you care, but sometimes we get so busy and caught up in our own thing, in our own world, that we don't take the time to show others that we care. So, celebrate some people in a big way with some enthusiasm. And hey, some of you quiet people, I love you. Love you. Try the loud version every now and then, just for fun. Sing happy birthday to somebody in the middle of a restaurant. Totally out of your comfort zone, but do it anyways. You know why I sing happy birthday horribly and off-key often? In fact, I'm so known for it now that people in my circle, if it's somebody's birthday, they come up to me and they're like, it's their birthday. And they whisper it like it's a big secret. But they know what they want me to do. They want me to sing loudly and off key. It's horrible. It's embarrassing, people. You know why I do it? Because it makes people smile. And it makes people feel special. And it makes them feel seen. It creates human connection. And that's what people are hungry for. That is what will set you apart. They don't want to be a number. They don't want to be a contract. They don't want to be numbers in your head. They want to be a person. They want to be seen. So, number 2, celebrate. Number 3, encourage. Encourage often, encourage randomly, encourage consistently, encourage in planned ways. Put it on your calendar. One of my favorite things to do is to send random text messages just to say, hey, I see you and I want to encourage you. I want to celebrate you and encourage you. And so encourage people. Handwritten note cards. Oh my goodness. Lost art. A handwritten note card from a real person. Oh my goodness. I didn't know they did that anymore. I mean, come on, every single one of you, if you get mail and it is handwritten, like in a real pen, not that stuff that's printed on there to look like a real pen, but like, it doesn't matter if you know who the person is. If it is handwritten, you are opening that card up, aren't you? So bring some joy to someone's life with encouragement. And so that could be a phone call, that could be a text, that could be, again, maybe when they're going through a rough time, but encourage people with no need of anything in return. That's the beauty of all these points. Like all these points that I'm talking about, this is all about putting you in the position of being a giver. Nothing in return, just giving because it's the right thing to do, because you care about people, right? You care about people. So everything we do can't be with a number attached to it, with a dollar sign attached to it. We just got to learn to give, to serve. We will serve. Listen, you can serve your way to the top. As my good friend, not good friend, acquaintance online, but awesome dude who I have a whole lot of respect for, Manny Lopez. He talks about serving your way to the top, serving your way to greatness. That's literally his entire business model, is to serve people. And when you serve people, you do it from the right heart, but you elevate to, you rise, they rise, we rise together when we serve and encourage people. So encourage people. And then finally, number 4, honor. Now, I could do a whole video just about this one. Honor. It's a lost principle in our culture today. Have you ever been to a military funeral? When you go to a military funeral, you see what honor looks like. The way they honor the fallen soldier, the way they honor the family, the way they carry that flag and fold that flag. The honor from everybody in attendance as they're playing taps or they're firing the guns. You get a glimpse. And every time I've had the honor of officiating some of those services or attending for friends and family. And it never ceases to strike me deeply that we've lost honor in our society. And so what is honor? There's a little verse in the Bible, I love it, says you should give honor where honor is due. Honor is acknowledgement. Honor is, it doesn't matter about you, but it matters about the other person. When they are a gift to the world, by the way, everybody is a gift to the world, so you can find something to honor in every single person you interact with. Well, that's a little mind-blowing at times because there's some people right now you just thought of like, no, not to honor, but you can find something to honor. God created us, so there's something honorable. Now, so this last point is all about giving honor. Give people honor. Publicly, privately, honor their gift, honor their skill, honor their impact, honor their commitment, honor the way they show up for their family, honor the way they said no to you so that they could prioritize something that was more important, like maybe showing up for somebody that was in pain and going through a tough time. Honor the way they live according to their values, but give people honor. When you give someone honor, I've had some calls with, talking with people that might be joining my community or getting coaching with me. And I don't get everything right all the time, but I tell you what, some of the most special moments I've had on calls with someone that I've never met before. And I get on this call with them and I spend 20, 30 minutes just asking questions and listening to their story and getting to know them and hearing their journey. And then before we move on to anything else on the call, I just take a moment and I honor and I acknowledge and I show respect for who they are. I find the courage in their story and I honor them for it. I find the perseverance and the grit that it took and I honor them for it. I'll find a part in the story where they had the guts to heal or to forgive and I'll honor them for it. And it never ceases to amaze me, but those moments, like I've had people have shed tears in those moments because unfortunately we're not used to in our society being seen at that level, of someone taking the time to see us and then not just see us, but to verbally express it, to give honor where honor is due. You want to know, let somebody know that you care. And even to my example, it doesn't have to be someone you've known for a long time. Take the time to see them and to give them honor. Because when you can slow down and make a moment all about them and not about you and not about what you got to sell and not about what's going on in your world, but you can take the time to see them, they're going to know down deep that you care. And that's a powerful thing. So, 4 things you can do to make yourself stand out. Now you get this, right? The question was, what do I do to make myself stand out in the marketplace? And there's a whole lot of ways you can do that. My answer is show people you genuinely care. And I just gave you 4 very practical points that you can apply and put into systems and processes in your business and make habits in your life that you can show up, that you can celebrate, you can encourage, you can give honor. But we all know, right? I'm not just talking about business, am I? I'm talking about life. You want to be a person that other people know you care and that you're going to show up and encourage and celebrate and give honor, right? So be that kind of person. Show up wherever you're at and be the kind of person that you stand apart in any environment you come into because you become known as the person who genuinely cares about people. Listen, I do not get it right all the time, but this is something that I strive to live into. I love people. I care. I'm going to try and slow down. When I'm in a hurry, I'm going to try and walk slowly through the room. As full as my schedule is, I'm going to try to make time to let people know that they matter and that I care about them. And so I encourage you, why don't you pick one of those and practice this week. Show up for some people with genuine care. Try on something that maybe you might pick one of these that's a little awkward for you. Like maybe it's a little awkward for you to celebrate, or maybe it's a little awkward for you to give honor. Or you might pick one that you're really good at, but you gotten lazy and you haven't been doing it as much, and you just need to lean back into that because like you want to be that person that cares. So if you want the bonus one was if you want to let people know that you genuinely care, give them time and proximity to you. Our time is such a valuable commodity, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a growth minded, if you're going after it, like time is your most valuable commodity. And if you want to know somebody, let somebody know that you care, give them your time, give them proximity to you, have coffee, go to the gym with them, go on a double date with your spouse, like give them time and proximity just because you can. And you want to let them know that they're not alone and that you care. Guys, you freaking rock. I love you all. I hope this added value to you. Drop in the comments which one of these are you going to practice this week. You're going to put it into action to let people know that you care. I'd love to see that in the comments. This is where you should get off this video right now and you should go out there and give your greatness to the world because somebody needs what's on the inside of you. Go give it away. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Have a great week.